Hello, it is me here, and we're gonna be reviewing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 Donatello figure from NECA. Let's go. My space isn't big enough to get the full box in frame, but you kind of get the point. So, yeah. Anyways, this show was my show growing up, so I used to watch this all the time, and I'm excited that stuff like this is finally happening. And it's not the Revoltech figures where you have to pay a well, yeah, that kind of speaks for itself. Anyways, in the front here, you have a beautiful picture of Donatello. He may or may not be my favorite turtle, which is why I only have him right now. But, that's not the point. It doesn't matter who your favorite turtle is. We're all human. But we have to admit the best is Donatello. I mean, look at the back. Look at the background, the lighting, everything. I mean, can you just guess? Anyways, in the front here, we have the picture. Donatello, in case you forgot his name. Let's turn it on this side, and you get the exact same thing. On the back here, you get this alleyway sort of look, and then you can read that if you want. I don't know how to read, so I personally can't. Down here, you just get NECA all over this box. They want to let you know. On the side here, all the turtles do have this. I mean, I don't have all the other turtles with me right now, but the boxes line up to make this artwork here. It kind of looks like Donatello might be the back. I'm not sure. On top, same thing as the side. Here we go. If it would focus, there it tells you don't eat your toys. I don't know why you would. That's kind of weird. I mean, plastic smells good. I wonder if it tastes good. Anyways, down here, you have all the people who worked on it. I guess if you could see it. I don't know. It doesn't want to focus. You have QR codes, stuff. I'm just happy this finally came out, but if you open it, as with the NECA boxes, you get this really cool artwork in here. That looks like, is that like a member of the Crane or something? I don't know, I haven't watched the show since I was like 8 years old, so I have no clue. In here, you actually, hey, you can see me back there. In here you get Donatello. I mean, just look, that looks straight out of the show. You have like the expressive, happy face, and look at everything it comes with. I mean, come on. This is incredible. So let's get them out of the box and look at these accessories that you can see in this beautiful image here. However, before we look at the accessories, when you pull them out of the box, this is like the back of the box. I do forget that NECA does this, but it's like the same thing as what you see on the back of the box, but it's like inside. You can kind of use it as like a backdrop for your figure if you wanted. I mean, I'm not going to. I don't really need to, but it's pretty cool if you have this option if you wanted to use it. So yeah, you can kind of like put your figure in there and do what you want. It's your toys. I don't care. That took so long to get this figure out. I don't even want to talk about it. I mean, NECA did a great job of packaging this guy, but maybe a little too great. There was like 10 of these like bands wrapped around him. You had to cut all of them, and anyways, he was in like a prison cell in there. So anyways, let's look at the accessories. This is the figure. We do not need to look at that right now. Now, we get just, SH Figure Arts, sometimes even Mayfex doesn't even do this like amount of accessories. This is crazy, and it's awesome. And I just wish I had this growing up. Like, this is just awesomeness. Like, I would have probably died if I was 8 years old and got something like this. This is awesome. So our heads here, we get, happy Donatello. Nothing crazy. When you picture Donatello, you usually picture him like upset at the others for not being smart. Here you have, the more stern face, and the purple lighting, you can't really tell, but that's purple. It's not blue. It's not Leo. But, you get the white eyes, he's more, geared up, ready to go. Here you have Mr. Cluckingsworth. Now, this happened a little after I stopped watching the show, so, I'm not very, very familiar with, this, character. But, if I had to guess, it's probably a pet. And you can tell it's Donatello's because just look at the brain on this thing. But this looks incredible. This looks like an actual chicken, but with a big brain. This is awesome. I'm just happy they included just so much stuff Like they didn't even have to do. Like this is just awesome. But that also gets the main, bad part of the figures that they all have is that they're $37 each. Might as well just round to 40. They're $40 each, which is like, kind of, that's kind of pushing it for price. But to be fair, the Revoltech figures, I mean, are you going to pay like $200 for a Revoltech when, you have $37 for, in my opinion, better? I mean, it's not that bad. It's pretty bad, but it's not that bad. You're comparing. Anyways, that's just the main problem. I mean, if we get this whole line, it's going to drive you up a bit. You have Shredder. You have all the different Foot Clan, people. You have, oh my goodness, I said it earlier. The brain-looking things. How did I forget? You know what I'm talking about. You have Casey Jones. You have why am I blanking on her name? I'm thinking Rachel. You know what I'm talking about. You have Master Splinter. If they do Master Splinter, he better come with the baby turtles. Shredder's daughter. I always forget the names. It's been, like I said, it's been since I was like 8 years old. Yeah, Shredder's daughter. You have the big guys. You have Bebop and Rocksteady. You have I'm forgetting like literally everyone. You have the robot turtle. You just have so many different characters. And that kind of becomes how expensive they are. It's just like, do I really want to do it? And the answer is yes. I'm gonna try and get every single one of these I can. Hopefully they don't do any exclusive stuff. NECA doesn't really do that often. So anyways, let's just keep looking at the accessories because I'm excited to play with my toy that I got. Here you have the grabbing hands. I'm assuming for the pole he has here. Or the staff, that's the word. Here you have like pointer finger hands, I guess. It looks like pointer finger hands, so yeah. Here you have grabbing hands for like the bigger accessories, fit this other accessory, which is like the Ninja Turtle phone in here. You can watch Ninja Turtle YouTube. Anyways, here you have the piece that goes onto his back to fit the staff in. Here, how does that fit in there? Yeah, just kind of slides in. I'm not gonna do that right now because I don't want to break anything yet. And then here you have the staff itself. One of these sides, which side? This side. This side can come off, and you can put like the sheath, the scythe, this side on, the blade side. Wow, that doesn't want to go all the way in. That's gonna have to be like heated up or something. Anyways, so you can put this side in if you wanted, which, just everything in this, what you're getting looks straight out of the show. Like, I can't even express just how cool this is. So anyways, here's your staff, which is, I mean, if you don't know what the Ninja Turtles are, you're kind of not living. I don't believe you, because they always say there's two types of men. You have car guys and you have dinosaur kids. You have the dinosaur kids, the car kids, but they never include the Ninja Turtle kids. Like, I'm a Ninja Turtle kid. I don't care about cars. I do love dinosaurs, but I love the Ninja Turtles more because, turtles are kind of like dinosaurs, they're like this. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. Here you have an egg of some kind. If I'm being honest, I have no idea what this is. I'm guessing maybe this is what the chicken came out of or something. I feel like I remember this from the show, but I'm just not sure. Here you have, and if you know anything about the Ninja Turtles, they're from New York. They love pizza. That's all they talk about in the show. That's like the only thing they eat. It's pizza, So, of course they're gonna have this pepperoni pizza, included with them. That's just, the Ninja Turtles are pizza. That's what you think about when you think of the Ninja Turtles. And the fact that they're all like assorted into like their own like weapons and personality types, and the character we have here, Donatello, he's like the smart kind. So you get stuff like this, which is like some sort of like radar. It looks like it used to be like a Game Boy, and he turned it into like a tool here, you know, because that's just what he does. He's the smart one of the group when it comes to like technology and stuff. Here you get his special goggles of some kind. They have like all sorts of like tools on them. So yeah, that's his accessories. Let's look at the figure finally. And here he is. I mean, this just looks absolutely incredible. I mean, you think of, you know, the 2012 Ninja Turtles, and this is just exactly what I picture in my head. This looks perfect. Every single detail. I mean, the scratches and the colors and just the look, you know, they got it absolutely perfect. But I'm having one main issue. And I don't usually have this issue with NECA figures, but everything is just too tight. You know, we saw it earlier with the staff. I couldn't get the blade accessory on. It's just like, I'm gonna hopefully not break anything, but just, you can't even get the head off. Like, it is just that bad. The hands were impossible to get on. Ignore that. But I mean, this is just, I mean, look at it. Look, just admire it. I'm forcing you to just look at it. You look at it? Have you looked at it yet? Anyways, so this is just, I mean, I can't even, like, this is just my childhood right in front of me. Everything about, I mean, I even had a Ninja Turtle birthday party, you know? So anyways, let's get into the articulation, so we can, you know, just keep going forward with this. So, the shape of the heads, I mean, every single part of the Ninja Turtle, the feet, these designs are, like, made for action figures, because, you know, this head shape is circular, so you can get infinite articulation out of looking up and looking down, and you get your tilts and stuff. And, okay, it was so good. I thought he had a neck joint in there. No, it is just the head. But the shape of the head is just perfect for every single tilt and expression. You know, just all the articulation you can get out of this. So the arms, they're on a simple swivel joint in there. They don't have a butterfly joint. Doesn't really matter. They'd be blocked by the shell anyways. It can go down that much. Obviously not a lot. But it can go more if you kind of push them up. Because this shell here is a separate piece. You can kind of look in there. So he kind of can move around in there. So if you push him up, you can get the arm, you know, down more. And that's like the biggest design flaw for like action figures for these guys, is that, you know, you do have this giant, you know, shell that you have to work out around the articulation. But I think NECA did an amazing job working this out, and you know, you can even see them in there inside of the shell, which is cool. So up that far, you know, down that far if you push him up. He does have a swivel here that goes all the way around. You can spin his arm around if you wanted. Here you have double jointed elbow, which is really tight. There we go. And that is insane. But again, the design works perfectly. Whoa, that was sad. Perfectly here, because instead of having an elbow, you have this elbow pad, which folds kind of down inwards, so you can make the articulation around it go just way further than you could with, you know, a figure that has an actual elbow. Now, they did have a missed opportunity here with having a swivel here at this like armband thing, but it's okay. Here at the wrist, these are all on swivels, so you can go down that far, kind of blocked by, you know, this wrist here because it's square shaped. Go up that far, it's pretty good. Spin it around, and you can't go out side to side because the wrist itself is on the peg for the hand instead of the other way around. And then we get to the chest here. So, like I said, the shell is a separate piece, so you can swivel side to side, blocked here on the left side by his, you know, wraparound for the turtle, or the shell. Why did I say turtle? But he does have joints in there. I'm guessing from what it feels like, the fact that he can go side to side and everything, it's a full dumbbell, so he can, you know, side to side. And if you kind of go around if you kind of get it you can kind of go forward, but not really. You can't go back at all, which sucks. But, you know, when the Ninja Turtles do like full gymnastics. Oh, I forgot to mention swivel here on the headband. Anyways, they're not really doing anything too crazy. They do like flips and stuff, but I mean, I think he has enough articulation to do that. So now we get to the legs here. He can, let me do this. He can go all the way around, which is great. NECA isn't really known for their articulation, but this figure just has great, and I mean great articulation for what it is. You have this giant shell that you have to work around. But again, the Ninja Turtles from 2012 have this perfect design, you know? They're kind of made for action figures, so it's pretty cool. Now the thigh swivel on both sides is extremely tight, but the right side's a little looser. So you can swivel it all the way around if you wanted. Again, knee pad that goes inwards. So for the double jointed knee, you can just go all the way around. It's perfect. It's just perfect. Unfortunately, no knee swivel. Same with the arms up here. No arm swivel for those joints. And then the foot. I mean, these flat, you know, small feet are just perfect for standing your figure. And, you know, and just, you know, you get the swivel out of them. They go, oh, wow, that is not moving. Anyways, it goes back that much. Wow, that is just awful. It's okay. I still love this guy. And then forward that much. But like I said, these flat feet are just perfect for standing him up to where he's not going to fall over. Like, look, I mean, no matter what you do, his feet are flat enough to where it just doesn't matter, you know? It's great. So let's actually look at, like, the details that we have here. So, again, the white eyes on this head sculpt. But you have these scratches and you have these weird X shapes. I never understood what those were. And the cuts and the paint is just perfect. You get all this, like, wash down here. And then you get, like, the yellows that pop and the grays that pop and the details down this. You get everything. I mean, I couldn't think... I mean, NECA is known for their perfect paint apps, and they're just straight up look like they're pulled from the movies and the shows that they do figures of. Knee pads have scratches. You get all the pads, all the everything. Now this shell, literally this perfect. It's perfect down to every detail. Just look at it and like admire it. Just like the highlights and the, you know, just everything about it. The wash and the scratches and the, you know, you get like these like paint inside the things to make these pop more. What are these called? Like divots. And I just can't even think of like a better, you know, Ninja Turtle figure that we have. NECA's been doing great. They did like the Last Ronin and all the other like storylines, like the OG animated show. They just do everything. But let's go over here. You can plug this piece into his back here, like this. It's kind of rubbery. Which is weird. It's like, I don't know why it's rubbery instead of just plastic, but you can kind of find its way into his back here. But the fact that it's like gummy is like weird. I finally got it on. That was fun. So anyways, once you get it in, I don't know if you had it this way or the other way or whatever. Let's see if we can get the staff in here. So I don't know if it just slides through or you take the side off that comes off, which is this side, and you kind of fit that in there like this. Because it's rubbery, it's gonna be hard to, there we go. And then you can now put this piece back in like that. There you go. You now have him with his staff on his back. Although if you have this face on him, he's gonna probably be using it. So now let's see what other accessories we can fit on here while we're at it. Let's see how we get the goggles on. I'm gonna slide it under his headband here. And then just gonna wrap it around the face. Yeah. It's a little tight fitting. It's probably better for the other head, where he's less angry, but let's see. There we go. Then you have his goggles on. I hope that's not scraping away paint in there. I'm just gonna pray that that's not what that's doing. And then let's see, what other accessories can we just fit on him while we're at it? We could throw a piece of pizza in his hand. You know, you could just fully deck this guy out. Can the pizza fit in these hands? Maybe not. Maybe I might have to switch to the other hands. Maybe like slide it in there. In that little gap. Oh yeah, there we go. You have pizza. And let's see, what else can we fit in here? We have his little Game Boy thing. Let's see, can this fit in this hand? Maybe. Let's turn it the other way. Okay, I don't know if this one's gonna fit. These fingers are small. There we go. Fit that in there. And now he's just fully decked out, ready to go. I mean, can you think of a more accessorized Ninja Turtles figure out there for the 2012 Ninja Turtles? Even the ones I used to have that didn't even look like they're from the show, those ones came with like nothing. So this is just awesome. And I hope NECA gives us every character. I hope we get the van too. Like, I'd get everything that comes with this. I mean, this is just, oh, this is so awesome. So let's just do some size comparisons. Here he is next to the Black Series Boba Fett. Now, NECA is a 7-inch line, I thought, but they stand kind of small comparatively to the Black Series figures, apparently. But, you know, the Ninja Turtles aren't really tall characters. I mean, I guess in the original movies they are, but the new one. But from the show, they're like normal human size, so I guess this actually lines up pretty perfectly. Here he is next to SH Figuarts Gohan, because he's the only one I didn't care to take off the shelf. Yeah, Gohan's not the tallest character, so lines up pretty good. Plus, SH Figuarts tends to stand short anyways, so yeah. I did misname him in the last video. This is Ben Reilly Spider-Man, not Superior Spider-Man. Luckily, nobody watched that video, so it doesn't matter anyways. Yeah, the Marvel Legends stands kind of tall. Marvel Legends scale is always very weird. It's like they're too tall, they're too short, they're either perfect, they could be perfect, but Spider-Man's not a tall character, so why is he so dang tall? Anyways, that's gonna be the size comparisons. And that's gonna be it for this review. So if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. On my Instagram, there are gonna be more pictures of this guy. And I also have a Mercari page if you want to support me. By the time this video comes out, maybe my Patreon will be a thing. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but I just need support, especially if I'm gonna buy this full set. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.